Well, they are one of the most common health problems for women as they approach their 40s and their 50s, and taking care of fibroids has been considered pretty routine. But as Dr. Mallika Marshall explains, there are new concerns that a widely used procedure can spread cancer.
Chemotherapy, scans every 2 months.
Stage 4 leiomyosarcoma, cancer. It's not what Amy Reed of Needham expected to be dealing with 6 months after having uterine fibroids removed.
It was very hard initially. Level of anxiety is horrible.
Amy went to Brigham and Women's in October and had her tumors removed with a morcellator. Instead of full abdominal surgery, this is a minimally invasive procedure. The tumors are shredded into pieces and extracted through a small tube.
My level of anxiety was relatively low. I know it's very common.
What Amy didn't know is that she had cancer, not in the fibroids, but in the wall of the uterus. The process of morcellation took a bad situation and made it much, much worse.
And if you cut that tumor in pieces inside of the abdomen, there is a potential of spread of the cancer throughout the abdomen. So that makes the stage of the cancer more advanced.
Get some more flowers planted like Mom used to like.
Donna Burkhart's family still struggles with her death from cancer after having a hysterectomy with a morcellator.
It is hard to fathom that it would even be used or could be used safely in the medical setting, knowing that it had spread the cancer everywhere.
Scott Burkhart is now pursuing legal action.
I'm angry. Sad. She was my best friend. We did everything together.
My wife Barbara recently passed away from...
Amy and her husband Human Norchash are now collecting signatures on change.org, pushing a ban on all morcellation procedures. They are both doctors. Human is actually a thoracic surgeon at the Brigham, and Amy is an anesthesiologist at the BI Deaconess.
If 1 out of 1,000 Toyota Camrys were catching fire when they hit 100,000 miles, you can be damn sure that the United States government would get involved.
4 hospitals, including the Brigham and Mass General, were the first to stop morcellation on their own. Now the FDA is discouraging all hospitals from using the procedure, saying, quote, "There is no reliable way to determine if a uterine fibroid is cancerous prior to removal," and that, quote, "There is a risk that the procedure will spread the cancerous tissue."
As we learn more about morcellation and the risks, we realize the risks are higher than what we thought.
Perhaps as high as 1 out of 350. A risk for women like Amy, a mother of 6.
I would like to think that we are speaking for all the thousands of women who don't know where to turn or are told, just as we were told initially, "I'm sorry, you have cancer." And the unspoken part of that is, well, do I just go home and die?
Now, some hospitals, like Mass General, will only perform a morcellation after the uterus is enclosed in a protective bag to prevent the spread of any cancer cells. That doesn't satisfy some critics who say this approach has not been approved by the FDA and the risk level is unknown. I'm Dr. Mallika Marshall, WBZ News.